Wewe, mimi siwezi kujua kitu chenye hawa watoto wanataka mpaka tuwasikize. Na ukiweka mandhari kama ile Ruto ameweka, ati ukituma tweet tu unakujiwa na polisi, watu wataongea aje? Watu wataongea aje bwana, mniambie.
A very good afternoon and welcome back, fellow Kenyans. Thank you very much for your greatest support. Now, I'm already home. Tushafika nyumbani tayari, and I really thank you guys for your prayers, your support and all that. Tunajipanga tu kwenda kutoa mwili mortuary because the burial is tomorrow. Though bado kuna mambo mawili matatu ambayo bado yanafanywa. But nilifika salama, that is the main thing. And we are planning, the plan is going on. But I've decided to talk about something here. One of you guys have called me, one of my friends, and na ameniambia, Bonia, I know that you are busy. In as much as you are busy, there is something that is going on here. Can you create time, whether today or even tomorrow? But I realize that tomorrow I want to get enough time to talk about it. That is why I've decided to create time right now to discuss it. I've got two things to talk about. The guy has requested me to talk about one thing, about the issue of cabinet reshuffle, the possibility of the reshufflement in the cabinet. And also, I also want to connect it with another story of Farouk attacking Uhuru Kenyatta. But before that, fellow Kenyans, let me quickly remind you that if at all we are meeting for the first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can as well like, you can share, drop me a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think and where exactly you are watching this video from. If you're within the country, tell me which part of the country you're watching from. If you're outside the country, you can as well tell me which country, or drop me the flag at the comment section and I'll figure it out by myself. Now, let us get back into the discussion, and also for your support, maybe if you're still willing to support concerning what is going on, what I'm going through, you can still use the number. I'll really appreciate. I told you that you are 200, you're 100, you're 1000 is I'll really appreciate, guys, because what you're doing is amazing. Now let us get into this discussion. I want us to start with the issue of cabinet reshuffle possibility. Now, we all know very well that before the death of Raila Odinga, the late Raila Odinga, that is Honorable Raila Odinga, William Samoei Ruto, that is the President of the Republic of Kenya, went ahead and he went to look for Gideon Moi. Reasons best known for him or by him. But then there is something here that I've been thinking, that the reason as to why William Ruto brought in Gideon Moi was because he knew, or he knows very well, that there is how Gideon Moi is going to shape his 2027 election, or to the re-election as the president. How? Gideon Moi is the leader of KANU. We all know that. And of course, William Ruto is coming from Rift Valley, but he is not that much vibrant. Yani watu wampendi sana, in as much as maybe he's a Kalenjin, you know, but watu wampendi ile ndani, you see. So William Ruto decided to look for somebody who can be heard. Of course, we know the relationship. We've known the relationship between Gideon Moi and the people of Rift Valley. You know, when he wanted to become the senator of Baringo, you also the reaction of people. People are very proud that they want to elect somebody that they want. So I think this is one of the things that William Ruto looked at and realized that, okay, if I tame this guy, if I bring this guy close to me and decide to appoint him or give him some position, because you can't just tell me that Gideon Moi has been taken by William Ruto and has been stopped maybe from vying for the Senate, for the Senate of Baringo, and then there is nothing that is going to be done to him. So there is a possibility of Gideon Moi being given a position as a CS. And I talked about this, that Gideon Moi might be Deputy Prime Cabinet Secretary. He might serve under Musalia Mudavadi. So in case Musalia Mudavadi is going to get an assistant, it means that Musalia Mudavadi's trust by William Ruto is going to reduce. Now, what will happen if Gideon Moi is given this position? Or what is going to happen if at all maybe Gideon Moi gets this position? Number one thing that is going to happen is that majority of Kalenjins who have been trusting Gideon Moi and have been lacking trust on William Ruto are going to start asking themselves questions. That what if this guy has changed? You see, what if? There will be a lot of what ifs. But then, after asking a lot of those what ifs, we literally bear fruit, because at the end of the day, we have to know very well that anything that William Ruto does He does things because he knows very well that there is something that is going to come out of it. That is why he brings people close to him. And I normally say that whenever you see William Ruto bringing somebody close to him too much, know very well that that guy, William Ruto, knows what he wants to get from that person. He's a use and dump guy. So after using you, he's going to dump you. He's not going to even to bother about you. So you see such kind of things. Another thing that is going to happen is that Kanu is going to join to get into UDA, to Kenya Kwanza government. After it gets into Kenya Kwanza government, Baringo County or Rift Valley will have less parties. And you know what William Ruto normally focuses on is how to dismantle all these political parties. That is what he works on so much. How to dismantle these political parties so that he can remain the father of the parties. I heard one of the ODM people saying that right now William Ruto is like is going to take over ODM, and that he should just decide to vie for the presidency with the party of ODM so that it becomes easy. You see, you look at people who really trusted, who really thought that maybe they would get something with Raila, and then after Raila's disappearance, so they are starting to look for options. Where we lie, where will we? Oh, you see, that kind of things. Another thing that is going to happen, that is happening, or that I'm thinking that is going to happen, most likely, Raila Odinga Jr. might be given a position as a CS. Remember, I've told you that there is a possibility of CS reshuffle that is going to happen. Very soon. You see, before 2026, let's say before 2027, either early 2026 or mid 2026, there must be another reshuffle in the cabinet. Why? Because, and remember, if this thing happens, I want us to look at this thing this way. If it happens that the cabinet is reshuffled, then a lot of people are going to lose jobs. Somebody like, I'm sorry to say this, but somebody like John Badi really depended on, John Badi was doing what Raila was telling him to do. He was not doing what William Ruto was telling him to do. And another possibility of William, or another reason why William Ruto wants to reshuffle the cabinet is because he knows very well that, okay, he wants to look at those guys that akileta karibu na yeye, Moso from Nyanza region, leave alone Raila Odinga Jr. Anataka kujaribu kuangalia mtu kama Babu Wino. Akichukua Babu Wino yake kwa CS of education. Yes, it's a good thing. It's going to be a very good thing in terms of education because Babu Wino knows what students or pupils needs. Because, okay, you know, I told you this, and I normally say this, that the reason as to why Babu Wino is a very good politician, a very good leader at this point or at this time, is because Babu Wino resonates with this young generation. Remember, we have got two generations here. We have got the old generation known as the old folks, and we have got the new generation, leave alone the Gen Zs. No, there's the old generation and the new generation. Now, the old generation, that is where now we have got all these old folks. Musalia Mudavadi, Wetangula, all those old folks. And then the new generation, you say we have got people like Babu Wino, Edwin Sifuna. So, you can't, and you know right now, the majority of youth are falling under new generation. You can't tell me that you want to lead the new generation using the old generation's ideas. Okay, how will a Gen Z resonate with somebody like Atwoli? No, let us just be frank and talk about this. Tell me how people like Gen Zs will resonate with somebody like Francis Atwoli, Wetangula, Musalia Mudavadi, those old people. Do you think it's very easy? It's not easy. That is why I'm saying that the only people that can change the scenario or the synopsis of this politics in this country are people like Babu Wino. Because, you know, when they come out, they understand how people think, how young generation thinks. Like, okay, this is what these people think. Now, this is what we're supposed to do to them. What if we do this? Will it help? So it is like, what if we do this? Will it? That is the problem. Like everybody is asking, if we do this, will it help? If we do this, will it help? So it's just like, will it help or not? Wako hapo. Tukifanya hii generation ambayo ipo, wataichukuliaje? That is the point. How will they take it? Will they take it positive? And that is why unakuja napata kwamba right now a lot of people are celebrating whenever Babu Wino speaks. Because Babu Wino amejipunguza mpaka kwa level yao, anajaribu kureason now. Tell me, you can't tell me that somebody like Francis Atwoli atajipunguza kwa level ya this young generation na reason now. It's impossible. It's not even next to impossible, it's impossible. And that is why unakuja napata kwamba Gen Zs are making a lot of noise because they don't understand, they can't understand, they're not on the same line, they're not on the same level. Like they're not thinking awako pamoja. That is what I'm trying to say. What these guys are doing, what these guys are saying, like this is what we want. We as the Gen Zs, this is the direction that we want to go. So you can't take us to that direction that you want. You can't force us to fit into your shoes. I've told you that possibility of the reshufflement is Gideon Moi anaenda kupata cabinet na watu wake wa KANU pia wanaenda kupata nafasi. So it means that if that one happens, there are some people who are going to lose jobs. Now, I want you to tell me at the comment section, how many people and who do you think might be sacked during this reshufflement? Do you really think that somebody like Murkomen will survive? Do you really think that somebody like let's say who else? Aden Duale. Of course, I know that Aden Duale will survive because ameweka William Ruto, ameweka rais mfukoni. But kuna wale watu, people like Ogambo, kuna wale watu ambao wanajua tunashukuru kwamba hapa watu watapoteza kazi. You see? The second story is about I've heard Farouk speaking, and I would like us to listen to what Farouk was saying. Listen to him.
Acha niwaulize. Uhuru Kenyatta si mnasema ameenda retire? Kweli mkipima ameenda retire? Anatafuta nini? Acha tuhesabu. Mimi kwa sababu nimekuja hapa na mnisikize vizuri na msichukulie msaa. Uhuru Kenyatta anafaa kwenda, kwanza yeye ni tajiri by nature. Kabla hujaamka alizaliwa kwa mattress, ako vizuri. Sisi wengine tulizaliwa tu kwa ngozi na tuna survive mpaka leo. Hata hawa Bukuyu Waluya hao wako hapa ni kama sisi. Yule mkabila alifukuzwa na ukabila yake na vile anafaa roho chafu. Iko mwingine anaitwa Martha Karua, hata kuenda mazishi ya running mate yake. Si mnaona hii watu iko roho chafu? Ama nyinyi msikile mimi nasema? Iko mwingine alitoka hapo alikuwa waziri. Iko mwingine hapo alikuwa ule aliuza fertilizer, alienda kununua nini ya punda ya Dubai akatuletea sisi. La anaitwa Linduri. Wote wanatafuta utawala. Sasa zingine tukija hapa tusungumze maneno ya ukweli. Kesho ya mtu inaonekana leo. Kiongozi rafiki hao wangwana.
Now, that is Farouk Kibet trying to attack His Excellency, the retired President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And he's saying that Uhuru Kenyatta anapaswa kupumzika. I have a question to ask. So, Farouk Kibet, can you tell us, wakati ambapo Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta amekuja publicly na akaanza kuomboleza kama Mkenya wa kawaida tu, akaenda akafufua chama chake cha Jubilee, alafu baadaye akaonekana hapa na pale akijaribu kuomboleza na familia yake ya Raila Amolo Odinga, ni wapi amesema kwamba anarudi kwa siasa? Where exactly did Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta say that he's coming back to politics? And if you missed what happened during the burial of Raila Amolo Odinga, I wanted to watch this clip very keenly. You see this clip whereby Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, William Ruto has been given flower to go and place at the grave of Raila Odinga. And then Uhuru Kenyatta also has been given flower to go and place at the grave of Raila Odinga. So the expectation of people was that Uhuru Kenyatta is supposed to place his flower just next to William Ruto. What did he do? He went and placed it opposite. In fact, when he was being told by his bodyguard, he denied. He nodded his head very fast and akadeny. And then William Ruto anakuja anatuambia that they had a discussion. Now, if William Ruto had a discussion with Gideon Moi, he also had a discussion with William Ruto, with Raila Odinga, and also had a discussion with Uhuru Kenyatta. So why is it that Uhuru Kenyatta is behaving the way he's behaving? Why is it that right now he can't say that he had a discussion with the late? Umejua hii tabia, mimi kitu ambacho naweza nikasema mtazamaji kabla sijakupa nafasi kwenye sehemu ya maoni, ni kwamba you see this behavior of politicians wanting to impress others. Like baada ya mtu kufa ndio anaweza kusema hata huyu mtu aliniambia tufanye tukatende na kukuambia. You know very well that you're not told. Why force issues? So the thing is, Farouk Kibet is supposed to understand that this one is a retired president. Yes, akona mali jinsi ambavyo umesema kwamba akona mali. But whenever President Uhuru Kenyatta is walking outside, wewe ushaiona President Uhuru Kenyatta kijionyesha kwamba sasa akona mali of the inheritance, he inherited the wealth from the father. It doesn't show that. And that means that one shows us very well how humble Uhuru Kenyatta is. But why are these other people taking it differently? Why are these people trying to accuse the former president of bragging about the wealth of the father and all that? These guys are supposed to know the limits. Hao watu wanapaswa kujua kwamba hapa penye pamefika hatupaswi kupita hapa. Na hapa ndio tumefika na hapa ndio tunaelekea. You see? So after all guys, that is just my thought and that is all for now. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But just a quick reminder, please let me know where you're watching this video. If you're in the country, tell me which part of the country, and if you're outside the country, you can as well tell me which country. And fellow Kenyans, just tell me your thought about those two stories. Number one, the issue of the cabinet reshuffle. Do you really think it's a good thing? If it's a good thing, do you really think it's nice? Because according to me, I think that that's just a waste of time. Wasting time, wasting resources. Another thing, the issue of Farouk Kibet trying to insult Uhuru Kenyatta. And people like Farouk Kibet can't speak without being sent. So lazima kuwe na mtu ambaye amemchocha akamwambia nenda ukaseme hii, nenda ukafanya hii. You see? So let me know what you think. And until we meet again in the next video if it is possible, I have been your host, Boniface. Bingo.